All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Just a quick in transit. I'm the brother Ariala.
The brother Danya Allah.
GMS Pittsburgh. Like I said, in transit through the spirit. You know, and as the me and the brother was just briefly talking about the food situation. You know, inflation, you know, famine, you know, how people are not able to get certain foods, or when you do go out to eat, they give you the bare minimum, you know, they give you the scraps, you know, and America really hasn't been hit hard to the max yet. See, Babylon the Great is not dealing with, you know, what other countries are dealing with far as the famine, which is the lack of food. You see, because people are still able to readily get things, you know, at any given time. You know, you can still use Uber Eats and DoorDash and, you know, drive to a McDonald's and Wendy's and things like that to get a 5 for $5 or a 4 for $4. You know, you can go get your shit supersized. You know, you can still go to your local supermarkets and get things off the shelves as you please. You know, now there may be a few things missing here and there, and you know how they came up with this scheme of since a product is not there, they just put something in its place, or they use the same thing in its place to make it fill out a little bit, to make you think, you know, nothing is wrong. You know, but the point is, Babylon the Great is not dealing with, you know, this famine harshly as it's about to feel very soon. Okay, now one of the things I would like to mention is a lot of people, and even it may be ourselves, but people better get ready for their normal meal, like how some people might eat, because you got people out there that eat fast food every day, you know, or they order out every day, you know, or they may have special dishes that they cook at home of spaghetti or lasagna or chicken Alfredo. But real soon, people's everyday meal is going to be rice, beans, different people that know how to make the bread from the flour naturally.
If they even know how to do that.
If they know how to do that. But these things that you don't like to eat usually, and we talk about these things, you might have it without the pepper and soap. You see, might be straight out the can. You know, or get to the point where you might use a plastic bottle and you put the rice in and you let the rice sit for a minute so the rice gets soft, and then you're going to eat it. See, that's what we're coming into. And a lot more, but I'm just saying, beans and rice is going to be people's main everyday dish. You got something? You got precept?
Yeah.
I'll read it while you're driving.
Yeah, you can
start at.
What is that, 10?
Yeah, I'll start at 10.
All right.
So I got second Esdras, and I'm reading this on the other brother's phone while I got this held up. So it's the book of second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm." Verse 10, Slaki, that was 11. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof."
Right. So in here, when it's talking about Egypt, now remember, this is end time prophecy. So when it's talking about Egypt, it's not talking about over there in Africa, okay? Because we're in the modern day Egypt, as Revelations 11 and 8.
Yep.
Their bodies shall lie in the great streets of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. It's talking about America. All right, those plagues are going to come upon America, you know, and it's going to break down some of the different things, you know, concerning agriculture.
Yep. Verse 12, it says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it."
Yeah. So the Most High, we can already see that the Most High is already smiting America. You know, might not be with all the different plagues yet, but we see different things starting to come to pass. You know, like I always mention, out there in the Midwest, there's been freak storms and severe weather that has killed millions and millions of cattle and gotten rid of millions of crops, man. This is why you have a lot of farmers that are really committing suicide because of, you know, they're not able to keep up with all this stuff, man. They don't have enough resources to take care of this stuff, and you know they can't make any money off of this. They're losing their livelihood.
Yep. Verse 12 it says Egypt. Verse 13, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
There you go. They that till the ground shall mourn. All right, and their seed shall fail with the blasting. Right, so hey, this is going, like I was saying, that those severe weather situations, man. You know, the different flooding in the Midwest, which is the cattle state, where we grow a lot of livestock. Right, and it says a fearful constellation because you got the farmers almanac, where they'll use basically tell them. Whether or not it'll be a good growing season or not, you know, because that's one thing that you can use, and that was used especially in the ancient world, was the different constellations to tell you whether or not it was going to be a good season for growing, or you know, that's what especially the tribe of Issachar, they would use the different signs in the heavens to tell whether they were going to win war or you know, different stuff like that. But when these farmers are looking out and seeing the different situations that they're in, it's not looking good, man. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of farmers like I said, they're committing suicide,
or they're preparing, you know, everything that they have left just for their family, so they can you know, continue to operate or survive, so to speak. That's the word, survive.
Survive, yeah.
You know, because it's really not even a livelihood no more. You're just surviving. Everyone is surviving. All right, so verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, so that's what's coming upon the world, you know. Famine, death, destruction, a whole lot of mourning,
yep.
and sorrows. Okay, so now with that which the brother priest said the brother got, which leads me to this, the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Well, these things that the brother mentioned, right? Well, let's go back to the farmers. Before these things get to your store shelves, before they come off that truck, it starts with the farmers, because it goes to the farmers, and then the farmers, then it goes to the plants, okay? The different meat facilities and things of that sort. So it goes to them first and foremost. The people that are tilling the land, and I was talking about for your other different crops, you know, that you see in your store, no matter your fruits, your vegetables, your meat suppliers, all that comes from the farmers first, before it even gets to the trucks and to the plants and to your local grocery store.
And when you look it up, what is it? California grows most of your fruit in America. Other fruit is imported, but California fruit that's grown here is mostly grown in California.
Florida.
Florida. But what is California suffering right now? Droughts.
Yep.
So hey man, that famine is coming, man. Mm-hmm. And it's really already here. They're just trying to make it seem like, you know, things are normal, like the brother was saying.
Yeah, because by next year, the heat is going to be, maybe even before next year, you know, the heat is going to be all the way turned up. You see, so when I made mention of, you know, your main dish is going to be beans and rice, pretty much that's what it's going to be. Now you can try to make it something else, you know, but what's more sustainable to the body will be beans and rice.
Right.
You know, but now, what about other people? Let's talk about other people's diets. What that may contain. Cannibalism. Because see, this is all in the Bible. Mm-hmm. This is all in the Bible, man. People are going to resort to what? Cannibalism. I want to see if I can find that real quick. I know it's 15.
Because, hey, here in America, people are accustomed to eating more meat more meat than vegetables, man. Mm-hmm. There's meat, and more meat. You know? And then hey, don't even get me started on certain places you eat. You already doing cannibalism.
Oh yeah.
You know, unknowingly, a lot of these people, you know, in our situation, for ignorance sake, we don't know if the damn steak from the shelf is real steak or if it's human. Just to be quite frank with it, right? So that idea of cannibalism, hey, people are already gonna be used to it, man. They're already eating it.
Yep.
From certain places, you know. So that's what it's gonna come down to.
That's right. I got you. 2 Ezra chapter 15. 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 57. It says, "Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water."
Woo. So that's how. Hey, that's how serious of a situation it's gonna be, man. They're gonna eat their own flesh. Not just they're gonna be trying to eat themselves, but eat other people too.
Yep.
They might be up there, starving. It's like, man, well, maybe I can chop my hand off and do this and do that, and fry that up real quick.
Yep.
Cauterize the wound and whatever, seal up the wound. But at least I'm gonna get something to eat. I lose my hand, but I get some food.
Yeah, they gonna do a finger at a time. You know.
Right.
But see, that's what we're coming into.
Come on, dog.
Which way you going? All right. Yeah, but see, these are the things that we're coming into. We're heading into this destruction, this sorrowfulness, and the lack. And it's going to be a want of all things for the people of the world. You know, because they're going to want this and they're going to want that, but they're not going to be able to obtain it. You know, and now we are heading to also the system, the C to the H to the I to the P system. So the people that's going to be linked in, yeah, they're going to be, locked in with the system, and they're going to get their different things temporarily. But the servants of the Lord, the things that they're going to go through, their trials, their tribulations, Lord said they still going to eat though.
Right.
And that's without bowing down the knee to the image of Baal.
Right. Hey, what did the Lord Yahweh Shai say to Satan when he was fasting those 40 days and 40 nights? He says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
Yeah, so by doing that that's having faith. Because you're living by the word.
Yeah. Because it's really you need Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai in order to live, man. In order to survive. That's what you need. Everybody's been, especially I'm speaking really to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? The Israelites, right? Hey, our people's been so dependent on this devil, and even dependent on the different deities that he set up, right? They've been it's almost like this devil is their god for real.
Yeah.
Right, and then that C hip. Okay, brothers know what I'm talking about. That C hip is really what's going to solidify whether or not you have allegiance to the Most High or allegiance to this devil.
Yeah.
Right? So, hey, you have, if you pledge your allegiance to this devil, guess what? You're gonna die, man. You're not gonna have. Hey, you can take that C hip and not be guaranteed any resources. Right? But with the Most High, serving the Most High in faith and in truth, the Lord gonna make sure you good. So, hey, we're in a privileged position, man.
That's right. All right, so that was just a quick hit to the spirit. Lord willing, was edifying. So next time we want to say, Shalom.
Shalom.